What up guys, it's your boy That's It Zach here, and we got a Veganuary day number 7, and this was one of the days when we were traveling back to Montreal, because we traveled for 2 days, so this is the second day that we were traveling in Montreal. And yeah, it's back on the diet because I was coming back to Montreal, so I started to incorporate the diet that I would be eating as if I was back home doing my training camp, which was more of a vegan ketogenic diet. But let's jump right into it and kind of what I did, how I did. Let's go. Number one is that I fasted pretty much the whole morning. So we left the hotel at 7 a.m. and I didn't have anything till about 2 p.m. and the night before I stopped eating at 8 p.m. So then what we did, as you can see here, I got 2 massive avocados and I also have some Move protein. Again, if you guys want a discount, it's down in the comment section, well, in my little description down below. Move protein, That's It Zach, for 15 to 10% off. It's one of my sponsors, really great company, and it's a pea protein blend, so really delicious, really good for you. And while we're at Chipotle, I also picked up a sofritas, refried beans and bean mixed with extra guac to take on the road so I can have later, since I broke my fast with the avocado and protein. Like I've said in the past, I like to do it with either fats and protein or carbs and protein. For this case today, I'm following more of the vegan ketogenic, so I had more of the fats and the protein, and then I bought that for a little later, which you'll see throughout this video. Then we went in the car and I had, we found like this IGA type thing, and I bought some broccoli and cauliflower and pretty much just had the whole freaking bag. But that was probably like 2 hours later. I found a little bit of some like spicy hummus that had some pepper inside. I just dipped a little bit. I didn't finish the whole thing. It was kind of just here and there that I was nibbling on it. Some I had with no hummus, some I had with hummus. Then like I said before, this is the bowl that I had. So it's pretty hefty, and then this is kind of what it looks like. Avocado, beans, corn, lettuce, brown rice, mild sauce or mild dressing, not too hot. And that's it. And the sofritas, that was pretty much all inside. Oh, and I also got grilled vegetables from Chipotle and I put that inside. Then it was starting to get dark, so what I like to do when I'm doing this fasting is I like to follow the sunset. So in winter in Montreal and throughout, the time gets a little lower, so it gets darker a lot quicker. So roughly around this time, it was like 6 o'clock and we were in North Carolina, Washington type area. So 6 to 7 o'clock started getting dark, so I had pretty much my last meal, which was a banana, an apple, and a Lenny and Larry cookie. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but the first time, I think it was 2 years ago, I was in Vegas. I was training at Money Mayweather's gym with Berman Vern. He's a former super heavyweight boxing champion, and he introduced me to these cookies like, yo Zach, you're vegan, I don't know how you don't ever see these cookies or eat them. And typically guys, because I don't eat those things, so I usually just like to have what I have in my house, or I cook it myself, or I make it myself. So if I was gonna have a vegan cookie, I would have made it, but since we're on the road and we couldn't, I was lucky to find this one. It was Snickerdoodle. It's like vegan, kosher, nut-free, dairy-free, egg-free, vegan-friendly. It's like so many things, super good. I had that whole cookie, and then my camera wasn't working because I was using my phone, because this one died and the batteries were in the back with like 10 stacks of luggage, so didn't want to do anything there. But I also had another banana and an apple. It looks like it's daylight because that's what I had first, and then I had the second apple and banana with the Lenny and Larry cookie. But that's pretty much the meal. That was it for that car ride. It wasn't really heavy. I had one really big meal, and the rest, as you guys can see, it wasn't much. That's all we ate. And then we got to the ride back. We got home at like 4 a.m. the next day, so I was insanely exhausted. But I stopped eating at 7 o'clock, 7:30, and then we came back to Montreal, and that was it. So that's how much I eat, guys. That was that day for a car ride. Tomorrow and the days after, it's back in Montreal. It's home cooked meals, it's my recipes. So be on the lookout. We got some chia seed pudding, we got some avocado pudding, we got some cookies, we got some burritos, we got some burgers. We have a whole bunch of recipes coming for the rest of the month. So stay tuned, enjoy. It's your boy, That's It Zach. That's it for today. Punch, headbutt, elbow, laptop knee. Je nie à des screens et des bas, être sérieux, non, je ne suis pas capable. On pouvait s'en sortir, mais toi comme pas. That's it!